I want y'all to look who I've got in this car.
Hey.
Who is that in there, Foster Grant?
Well.
Hey, do you need to let that seat up, or are you okay? You okay? I can see you good in there.
As long as okay, I'm okay.
As long as they see you, more of you, because they like you better than they do me.
I bet they do. I could just say, so many people loves me. They think I'm a monkey.
Just get in line, because people are gushing at my feet because they love me so much. Guys, over 1,000 of you have already watched my Bible lesson, and I cannot tell you how thrilled I am at that. Now, you take that lesson that I taught and you apply it to my life this week, because you want to talk about spiritual warfare. Right smack in the middle of it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right smack in the middle. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. God said, I've come that you can have life and have it more abundantly. And I'm telling you, if I've ever seen all demons unleashed, they're unleashed right now.
They're just having a ball.
They're having a day. But you know what? They're going to burn in hell after this is over with, and we're going home to be with Jesus.
Okay, sister.
Just send you tithes and offerings to P.O. Box 201. Dora. No, I'm just kidding. Don't y'all send no money.
Amen, sister.
I'm telling you, before I could even get that uploaded the other night, I mean, there's been some things going on, but I'm telling you, he's like, I do not want that uploaded. Don't you encourage those people. Well, sorry. You're going to keep teaching. Gonna keep teaching.
Yeah,
gonna keep teaching.
Shit, that girl's a teacher.
That's right. You don't ever listen to them.
Well, no, not really.
Because she don't
I've
have
heard
nothing.
them all before. You remember?
You've heard them all before. She don't have anything to listen to them on.
I'll tell you, a long time ago, I heard enough of it to the other.
Mother, you don't get enough of it.
I guess I did.
You got enough of other stuff
Well,
that burns you.
That was the stuff was a handling it. Got enough to make you think you want to be a heathen the rest of your life.
That's what's wrong with you. You're heathenistic.
Yeah.
Well,
no. Now you know I used to go to church.
Oh, she went to church faithfully. Now, she was hurt in church very bad. You did not your last church.
Well, I sung good.
You sung and you liked the preacher too, and you liked hearing the word, and you loved your Sunday school class.
Yeah, I liked that, but they all died.
They did all die.
Dang one or
that is there was wasn't Vesta the last one besides you?
Poor little Vesta.
Vesta died a few months ago.
Yeah, I know it. Bless her little heart.
So when she says that her Sunday school class died, she's telling the truth.
I've got the thing on the wall. All of my friends are dead.
You got that book. Instead of all of your exes living in Texas, all your friends are dead.
Actually, Suzanne's daughter's the one got me that book, and it was absolutely perfect.
We are, you know that the pandemic is bad when you look forward to going to another town to pick up your mother's medicine.
Yeah, when your mother's so mean.
That's what we're doing, is we have to go to a different drugstore to get one of her drugs.
I have to swallow enough little pills.
Still not bad considering what a lot of people swallow.
I know.
But when I don't see him. When I say, Mama, you want to get ready and let's go get you medicine, you know that's the sign you're living in a pandemic.
I'll tell you what, I've been here quite a while.
I told her the other day, we've been discussing the pros and cons of the vaccine, and y'all probably got a lot of mixed emotions about it. I do. And but I told her the other day, if we were ever going to, well, I think the thing that I worry about the most is long-term effects.
Yeah.
And so we told her and my Aunt Joyce, just go ahead and take it. Y'all don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about the long-term effects.
No, because I'm telling you, I've been here a long time.
So, how many of y'all are getting the vaccine? Let's don't start a debate about the, whether you love it or hate it or against it. Or just tell me if you are planning on getting the vaccine.
Me?
No, I was talking to the YouTubers.
Tell you, I don't know.
You'll get it if I take you to get it, won't you?
I probably will. I'll stand and let them do anything to me.
She'll say, what is this, weight loss shot?
That's the reason I can't get around men.
Oh, please. If there's ever been an iron gate with a padlock on it.
I just thought that sounded good.
Loose is not in your vocabulary. Never has been. My mama. If you want to put a picture of a virtuous woman in a dictionary, put a picture of Maw Maw Luv in there.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a virtuous woman.
Yeah, it is, because I'm the good one.
That's the reason I can't be around men. Oh my goodness.
I ain't seen a darn man in so long, and I'd asked him, what are you doing here, and who are you, and what are you?
Well, you
look so funny with them little long legs.
You say, you look different from me. Is it not all women in the world? Now you get that old big old long-legged boy up there at your house, that old Dano.
Yeah.
He took her riding, I think Monday. He took her everywhere.
I took me everywhere, like me and him eating.
Did he feed you?
Yes, Lord. Right in the middle of the seat of the car, and there's enough junk in that car. I think so. He came back, I think he had cleaned it out.
Did he? He's a mess, I tell you that.
He said, I'm going to go get Mama, and he'll take me, and we'll go in any direction. He took me up, and we went up to this little house, and he wanted to get two barrels to put something in.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm sitting there looking, I said, I've been here before. I looked down there and fed some little dogs, and that's sure had. I forgot what was.
He had taken you there before?
Yeah.
You never know where that man's going to be. He said, he called me the other morning, kind of early, and I said, I could hear he was on the road, and I said, what are you doing today? He said, I'm in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kentucky?
Yeah.
What are you doing in Kentucky? Going to get a dog? He has coon dogs. And so he said, me and the guy's going in to get a dog together, and we're going to breed them. And I was like, you're already in Kentucky? I'm still in my gown.
He went up somewhere up there not long ago. And
yeah, he was in Kentucky. I think it was about 9 or 9:30 or something like that.
He don't no more mind going across the...
He said, I tried to get Terry, his wife, to go with me. And he said she wouldn't go. And he said, I told her we'd get a room. And she said, what are you going to do with that dog? Leave him out and bark all night? And he said, no, I'll put him in the room. But she said, no, you just go get the dog. I'm not going. So, but yeah, we're going to get medicine and going to pick up medicine and going to hit the Chick-Fil-A. Go find a parking lot.
Yeah.
Eat our Chick-Fil-A.
Sit there and chew. Well, that fella needs to slow his moving.
Well, I know, because I couldn't get over to let him in, so he's flying up there.
Sure was showing out.
Sure we're showing out on your side too.
Yeah, on my side, and I've done drove down this side.
Yeah, that's what, that's what I've said before when John will turn, I'm like, and I think he's turning like in front of a car. This is my side that you're taking a risk with. You want to turn that quick in front of another car, you do that. So, but thank y'all, thank you so much for watching my lessons. And Mother, we got more Christmas cards yesterday.
Oh, we did with them.
The mail has been insane. So I've got a few more cards for you.
Okay.
Because one that I got the other day had been postmarked on December the 20th, and I got it like last week sometime. So y'all just bear with me. I fully intend to go ahead and send y'all our Christmas card that I sent out. But y'all, the last few weeks have just been, and I know that you understand. I know that you understand that when you go through a sudden death like that, it kind of shuts you down emotionally a little bit. But we're trying, and we got to go on, but it's hard.
Our family's just getting smaller and smaller.
Our family's getting smaller and smaller, yeah. And then the devil loves to attack, and oh boy has he. But, got to stand firm, just what I told him. I knew, I got up that morning, I told John, I said, I got to teach this lesson today. Well, God's timing is perfect timing. But you think the enemy don't try to rob everything that you do good? Of course he does. He hates us, but I hate him.
Well, I'm so good, he don't mess with me.
Well, no, usually the ones he don't mess with is the ones he's already got.
The one that needs it bad.
He said, she's so old and worn out, I'm going to leave her alone. No, usually, that's what, in this lesson, I said, because the 7 sons of Sceva was a group that went around and they did healings and casting out demons, and they had seen Paul do it, and Paul did it with the power of God, and so the demon actually spoke up and said, Jesus I know, and Paul I know, but who are you? That's an Acts. And so I was asking him, does the devil know you? He either knows you personally because you're with him and he's controlled you, or you're not giving your life to Christ, or he knows you because you're a prayer warrior and he hates you and because you're covered by the blood. So he's just the guy that you don't want to be friends with on any level, you know? He's just the guy that you don't want to be friends with. So you know, there were those people in school.
Yeah.
You knew just to leave them alone.
All mine are dead.
All of yours are dead. I saw an interview where a couple of the preachers that spoke at the rally before President Trump, the FBI is investigating them. I heard one of them do an interview at Victory. So, y'all, it's scary to think what's going to happen to the Christians, but just like I preached, taught.
Did y'all see them leaving that plane this morning?
I haven't
God,
turned.
I did. Listen.
I haven't turned my TV on in 2 days.
Listen, it sits out there, and they get in, and you think they're gonna drive it off, but it don't. It goes straight up.
Oh yeah, it's the big.
Boy.
Yeah, the big helicopter.
I was eating breakfast in this in Florida before I got through.
in DC when you started, and in Florida when you got through.
I was eating my breakfast, and I got in there, and they unloading that loaded plane down there.
It's a big helicopter, is what it is.
It's a great big old buggy.
Yeah, it's huge.
It looks just like a bug, and
It does look like a big bug.
And then it just goes straight up, junky. I done got them all pegged.
Mother watches way too much television. She's got this world figured out. If y'all got any questions, send them to www.mawmawluv.com. She watches it all the time, and she's got. I haven't had the news on in weeks, and I haven't even been watching any of the channels I normally watch because I'm so tired of the fighting and the arguing and the. But I did. I have watched YouTube, and I ran across where it said that Katie Couric says that Trump voters need to be deprogrammed, and I'm like, no, she didn't.
Well,
I'm gonna watch this because I know she really didn't say that. She said it. I watched it.
Oh,
I'd like to be deprogrammed from liking sweets.
I'd like to be programmed from being so old.
Yeah, so let us pick what we want to be deprogrammed from.
It ain't gonna be long. Next month after next. It's my birthday.
I know.
Woo.
You said 4 years ago when we took you to Cheesecake Factory, it'll be my last.
Yeah, I thought it was it.
She's going to live to be 100, y'all.
No, I'm not either.
You don't know. You'll live till the Lord tells you it's time
Well,
to go.
I figured that,
He's
but
trying to give you enough time to get your life in order.
Well, I'm not in order. I don't bother nobody.
You don't bother nobody.
Nobody talks to me. They ain't no better. But the kids. And with that Jessica, me and her really go around.
I tell you what, you got some that'll fight for you in a heartbeat.
I know.
I told Greg called me this morning. I said, Greg, you need to call Mother. He'd been camping. I said, you need to call Mother. I done called her and told her I'd been camping. I said, she was worried about you. So she's got some grandsons and granddaughters that will fight. Ashley's like, nobody better not. Ashley was coming to see you yesterday, but I'm getting old. Riggs was exposed to a stomach virus this weekend, and it seems to take a few days.
Yeah.
The reason he was exposed, they had gone to a little park back where the boys were playing basketball, and the big boys dared him and Lila to kiss on the lips. Wawa. That's what he calls her.
Yeah.
Lila's his girlfriend. And so they're back there kissing on the lips. She's 5 and he's 4. And the big kids are putting them up to it. And then Lila goes home and pukes all night. And then I took Riggs home, and I'm like, he better not puke all night. He better not puke all night from kissing on the lips at 4 years old.
Hey, if I was kissed one, he'd die before dark.
You think you're poisoned?
I know I'm poisoned, but it's all so wore out.
It's so wore out. It's got decay on your lips, is what it is.
It's all that junk that I've carried for so many years. And if I kiss him, I hug him, he's a dead one.
Y'all, I pull her. She's not a hugger. My daddy was a hugger.
Yeah.
I'm a hugger, big time. She's not. And I'll get ready to leave, and I'll pull her into me and hug, and she's like pulling away all the time. I'm like, I hate to hug somebody that is pulling away from me.
I don't know what makes me do that.
I can remember, I've got a picture of you doing just like this when Daddy's pulling you up to him, hugging him.
Well, I thought maybe he was going to knock my head off. I was trying to protect myself.
Oh, Lord, this woman. It might have been knocked in the head the night before. You might have said, you ain't getting me again.
You ain't getting me not again.
Oh, yeah, we needed this laugh. God, I needed to laugh today so bad. The last few days have not been.
I'm not a nice person, really. But I just have a lot of fun. If I didn't, I'd go just as nutty as a fruitcake.
Hey, if you can't laugh about it, what are you going to do?
Lord, I've been sitting up there in that house, and Suzanne won't let me get out for the thing will get on me and calls me to go.
Well, I want her to be able to go back to Cracker Barrel and eat. I won't let her go. So I'm like, if we get her the vaccine, I can take her back to Cracker Barrel.
I ain't been out of the house as long. My belly's got.
Yeah, when you tell me if you're getting it, just say no, I don't feel good about it, or yes, I feel good about it. Don't say no and something this long, because I've read all of that.
For God's sakes, move over. Look at that.
I've read what actually contacted one of the head doctors that she had worked with at UAB about it, and he described what kind of shot it was and everything. He spoke highly of it, and she says, I trust him as a person and a Christian. But then you hear horror stories about it too, so it's a personal decision that you have to make. It's going to be like so many things in life. It's going to be your personal decision, and I don't think our meteorologist here in Birmingham, James Spann, posted that he got his, and he has been attacked on social media. I'm just like, y'all, if he wants to get it, whether you believe in it or not, leave him alone.
What they saying?
Oh, they just attacked him for getting it.
Well, for heaven's sakes,
yeah, I didn't read any comments because I got enough negativity around me sometimes. I don't need to invite other people's negativity into my life. So, I tell them sometimes I'm the only person that can sit at home with the blinds closed, the curtains drawn, the doors locked, and get in trouble. Oh, when you live for the Lord, what was the word that we talked about? Opposition. Opposition.
Well,
so
I tell you what, I tell you what I do. I have to try. I don't bother nobody. I may talk about a little bit, but not much.
You don't even really talk about nobody.
No, I don't. I ain't got nobody that don't do it.
No.
Fellas passed on to me.
You talk about Daddy.
Me? I don't do it.
Oh,
I talk about his jackass. But I got his dad.
You reminisce. Why is the traffic so
The only thing
slow?
we can say good, really, truly good about us, we always had plenty of food, we had a place to live, and things like that.
He had a lot of good in him.
He had some good, but he kept a lot of it in his pocket that he used when he got out.
Yeah. He had a lot of good though.
Yeah, but he always made sure we had it.
He did. He was a good provider.
Yeah.
And he loved me. He adored me.
Yeah, he
and
sure
I
did.
adored him. I didn't always like him latter on years. I certainly didn't like what he did. But God was merciful. I know that he was praying when he died, and God was merciful to him.
I hope so, because I begged him not to.
Well, he was, because, you know, the paramedics told my friends he was, because they couldn't figure out why he was where he was if he had been a religious man, you know. And so God gave him an opportunity that all of us don't have, but there had been so many prayers go up for him. And
well,
I know he cut his own life short. He cut knowing all of his grandkids. Yeah, and mother telling him all along. But I have peace.
I mean, I go to Dora with him every time.
I have peace and assurance, and I know where he is. I know without a doubt where he is.
Oh.
And you're going, I hope he is.
He's down there, and then they're gonna put me down there, and right beside him, he's like,
I thought you was gonna get a big fat pig to bury him next to you, and you be buried somewhere else. I think I told y'all that story that she told my nephew one day. She said, When I die, I just want them to get a big old fat pig and put down there next to your daddy, and then I'm gonna be buried somewhere. And Greg called me. My nephew called me. He said, "Where did she come up with this stuff?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, the only thing that worries me.
What worries
is when
you?
they put me down there. He never wanted to be around me, so I'm down. He's like,
Well,
get up and leave.
you're not gonna know it.
He might. You can't never. No, no. I figure he would.
You've been watching the History Channel
No.
about reincarnation?
No.
John had it on. He's had it on the last few days. He'll sit down and cover up his blanket, then he'll go do some work, and he'll come back. And he's just had a poor wife that's been not real happy the last 2 weeks. So he's been watching it, and so I sat down and watched him. I said, "Oh my gosh, they're teaching on reincarnation," and he said, and then Reichert. Let's see, I'm probably not saying this right. Reichert healing or something. R-E-I-K-E, Reiki, something like that, healing. And so I'm over there going, that's where you lay your hands on it, and the power, your positive energy goes through and heals somebody. And he's going,
my Lord, I'd hate to run into one of them.
And he's over there going, "What you think about that, Mary?" And I said, "I think it's blasphemy. I think it's blasphemy. I think you need to quit watching the History Channel." And he said, "Well, how did she lay her hands on that man and his kidneys? His kidneys were completely healed." And I said, "Because God saw fit to heal him, but it didn't have nothing to do with her positive energy. Let me assure you that." I'm telling you. And I was like, you gotta quit watching the History Channel, because you know they have this theory that when God delivered the children of Israel, that it was a force of nature, that ever so often that water pulls back, and that they just pulled it back. It just so happened that the force of nature happened when the children of Israel came up and the Egyptians were after them, and it dried up, because they say it can be just a few inches when this happens, but God, the Bible, the Word of God says they walked across on dry land. And then that scientific happening just happened to go back right at the exact time that the Egyptian army was killed in the water when they were drowned. Isn't that amazing? That's what the History Channel tell you. I watched it with John, and I'm going through the house going, blasphemy! Blasphemy! I just choose, sometimes people think too deep. Sometimes you just have to trust and have faith and believe. Now, they were talking about scrolls that have been found. You know, I'm not denying that there's, but I'm
kind of not believing either.
Well, I'm not. I just feel that what was meant to be put together as the Word of God has happened. I'm not saying translations change. I know that, but I just simply believe.
You're supposed to believe, but then again, you don't believe everything.
No, I don't believe them.
There's some stuff I don't believe. There's a lot of.
What do you not believe? What do you not believe?
Well, there's some of the things that some people tell when they're hitting, and you can look at their eyebrows and eyelashes and everything else and tell they're lying.
Well, my eyes look pretty weak today. I didn't put much makeup on. I tried to cover some of the redness, and I got my red nose going on again.
What's your nose red?
Oh, I've got that rosacea, and if I ever cry or anything, it flares up.
Who beat you up and got you crying?
No, I was just praying this morning. I always cry when I pray.
You ever thought about just drying up and then praying?
Well, I cry when I'm praying. I'm trying to get you saved.
I've been saved. I just ain't behaving myself.
She's Baptist. Once saved, always saved. And if you believe that, that's okay.
It's all right, but you better believe it. You better know what you believe in.
You better be one you once saved. You better keep still living for the Lord, too.
I'll tell you what, there's something
We're sitting here at CVS because I'm entirely too lazy to get out and to go in and to get the medicine.
Pills.
I am needing a Chic-Fil-A.
I'm needing anything. It don't matter what it is.
Why is your debit card not in my wallet?
I don't know.
Or do I?
Well, I didn't bring my purse.
Oh, here it is. Just kidding.
Oh, you hateful thing.
Just
Now,
kidding.
see, that ain't religious.
Just kidding.
that ain't religious.
That's not religious at all.
It ain't either.
That ain't even nice. We're going to get off of here. We've been talking for 30 minutes.
I know it. I'm fixing to shut up. If I do, I'll blow her gas.
They'll say, no, don't turn her off. Let her keep talking. Well, the insurance has started over, and we just had to pay $491 for Mother's Eloquist.
That's lovely.
In that highway robbery. Highway robbery. And it'll go back down to $40, but that gets your deductible paid for the year. But gosh, you know, you're blessed that you have a little bit of money.
A little bit, about 15 cents.
That's what I tell her. But what about people that need it? Man, that's highway robbery. Well, okay, when you're stressed out, go eat. So we're fixing to go eat, aren't we, Mama?
Yeah, we are.
Let's go
we
eat.
don't care if all the stuff just flops
And
out.
we don't care if you don't like Chick-Fil-A. We're going to Chick-Fil-A.
We're going.
I'm not hiding Chick-Fil-A from anybody because they're against it. So we love Chick-Fil-A and we're going. I'm sure there's other things we do that I do that you don't like. So you just got to get in line this week to complain to
This
me.
is a bad.
Oh, just get in line. No, y'all are precious. Y'all are precious. Thank y'all for encouraging me and being there for me during the death of my brother. Just, you know, I've gotten some sweet cards and a lot of prayer. I know that. A lot of prayer. And y'all just keep praying for her to get saved before it's over with. You.
I've been saved. I just ain't wrapped it up yet lately.
Okay, we need to be praying for her to get sanctified.
I doubt that seriously now.
No, she's a good soul. I just love to tease her about it.
I don't bother nobody.
Don't
but
bother
I'm just not
nobody.
a church person. I'm just
Well,
not,
you're not a church person because you can't drive anymore.
I'm not a church person because I don't like to hear them the biggest part of the time.
That is not true.
I listen to church on television.
Well, of course you do. You go to church where most 94-year-olds go unless they have. She doesn't want to go to my church. She had a church. She can't drive there anymore. There's not transportation because it was a good 10 miles to your church.
Yeah, well, I've done my part with that. I don't worry
And
about
I
that.
mean, that's what she watches. I go in lots of times she's watching church. And so that is not true. She's trying to sound bad, like a bad girl to
Well,
y'all.
no, I'm not a bad girl, but I tell you
But
what.
she does. We've had some heartache in church like a lot of other people
That's why I
have.
said I have had some problems, and it does.
But you loved your last church. It was
I
so
really
good
love
for
going
you.
there.
And
But I'm almost afraid it's just about played out there.
Yeah.
Now.
all right. Well, we've talked about everything from the vaccine to
Down to the
stress to Chick-Fil-A, church. What else?
I can't think of nothing else.
Sanctification.
Well, we could talk about poor old.
Don't even go there. Don't go there.
You don't even want to hear that.
Don't make me get thumbs down on this. She told me oh my gosh. She said one of the funniest things this morning, and I so wish I could tell y'all, but I can't. And so no, just don't even go there. Tell them bye, Mama.
Bye-bye, and I'm a good girl. She just making talk about me.
Love y'all. Bye.